Well, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to shop at Walmart. So I'll first start by talking about aisles that you need to completely avoid, which are your cereal aisles. And then you also need to avoid the soda aisles and also the juice aisles, or even like the bread aisle, because my dad even taught me. Go to the ingredients and you can see all these added ingredients in your breads, which you should never have to also take monocalcium phosphate, citric acid, vegetable oil. You cannot ask any of your grandparents. Should never take that much ingredients to make bread. Or when you're looking and you see that a product is taking over a lot of a certain area, like the mustard, the ketchups, or even the ranches, that's usually stuff you gotta avoid, because whenever you look into it and flip it over, like a big value brand like Heinz, you still have high fructose corn syrup, salt, all that extra added ingredients. So when in doubt, you usually need to look a little bit higher, and you'll see a lot more healthier products up there that have less ingredients. Yes, they may cost a little bit more, but it's a lot better for your health to inhale intake. But the biggest thing is to also avoid products like Chick-fil-A that are making their way into stores because they can afford it and take over. But look at all of those ingredients. Something like this, like a sauce so simple, should never take this much ingredients. When you really read into it, you can see all the extra ingredients that you should never inhale or intake. Like again, when products fully take over an area, sorry. And just walk over, sorry, where's it? Golden mushrooms. And you can see all this extra added. So you got coloring, modified cornstarch, yeast, monosodium. So many things you gotta avoid, and it's pretty much simple soups that you think are healthy. Or even products like Sam's Cola. Some healthy ingredients. This will always be a way better of a choice than a product that's completely taking over everything, like Coke. The biggest thing to look out for is the three components: sugar, oil, and salt. And obviously when you come down like aisles like this, it's full of oils and a lot of sugar. And even salt, especially like the crackers. But the main thing to come back to is bland is always better, because again, like all these Cabela's, all these products, all these added ingredients that you don't need. And that's all because of the real estate space. So you go over to vegetable broth, and it's a little bit better, but you just keep slowly moving on to the less name brands, all organic, which is something very healthy and a lot of people should look into. But there are better products out there, like even for the pasta aisle, which you would assume wouldn't be too bad, but like Better Goods, a lot better of a brand, and a lot more organic. Yes, it has a little bit of yeast, but a lot of organic stuff, and it's even produced by Walmart. And like a lot of this stuff is too, but it's got a lot more additives. So the better thing is to always look up, even though it's harder to reach, and get the Better Goods and stuff like that. And like all these end caps, all the big market brands can afford them. That's why they're all in the end. And a lot of products are bought because people just see them and buy them instantly. So avoid end caps. Because even like oatmeal cookies, something so simple, look at all those ingredients. And you can ask any of your grandparents how they make their cookies, and they would tell you that they only need probably 4 ingredients max. So when in doubt, just flip it over, see all the ingredients, and know that that's definitely going to give you a physiological change, and that's something you should avoid. Or even like the chip aisle stuff, all flavored and modified to make it taste better. All you have to do is flip it over, see all those insane amount of ingredients just to make chips. And a lot of us consume all these domestic products a lot of people gotta fully understand, even though yes, it does make you happy in some shape or form, a lot of these are gonna change you physiologically. Sorry, I had a little stutter, but yeah, a lot of people go into drinking or eating food and expecting no change with their body or health in any shape or form, but all of this stuff, like right here, changes you physically. But if you can't avoid some of your favorite products, you definitely have to avoid stuff like that. Because the Lay's right here, not that many ingredients. But you go over to sour cream and onion, all these ingredients. So always think bland is better. Even though your taste buds are not going to like it for a little bit, you're still going to be having pleasure. But that also goes back to, if you're absolutely addicted, you can't get over any of this stuff, then you're not ready to hear this video and you're not ready for change. But if you're going to start anywhere, it's going to start with avoiding your high fructose corn syrups and going up to something a lot more natural. Even the peanut butters over there, all the way away from the peanut butters here, or even the high up jellies, because a lot of the jellies and stuff like that too are bad. A lot of them don't contain actual jelly or even juice. And again, it all starts with small changes, going for something a lot higher up versus all this high fructose corn syrups that are all bad for you. So again, just look up and look at all these better products.